Woo! All right. All right, folks, we are live. Dknews60Terrehaute. Today, in an update for the Iranian complex, or whatever you want to call that piece of crap land over there. Hold on one more minute. Let's do it again. Shoo! Looks like Steve's blowing your brains out on live TV, but that's okay. We got this. Yeah. Anyway, we're going live right now. We're going to talk about Iran. Give you a little update on that. Iran has been having numerous explosions all over the country, probably for the past couple of days now. They're blaming it on gas leaks. Um, and I don't know about you, but maybe one building blowing up with a gas leak might be kind of explainable. Two, but it's the same area maybe or on the same line, but people all over the whole damn country, no. um, I believe in my professional veterans experience that there is sabotage going on, either by I would say it could be anyone doing it. With the U.S. military doing it, we do have ground troops over there. We do have a special forces unit over there that are perfectly capable of doing and setting up prearranged explosions. So Israel is very good at doing that. I remember, for Christ's sake, they can set up cell phones to blow up in your pocket. Yeah. Makes you wonder about using a cell phone next time. But they're calling it gas leaks over there on the Iranian TV. And I don't think it's Iranian. I think it's a military exercise that's going over there, whether it be the Israelis or the United States military. As far as I'm concerned, it could be someone inside Iran because these are obviously places that are strategically planned all over the country, not just in maybe specific. I mean, there's specific areas that they're in. And the United States does know where they're at. But I think to coordinate something of that nature, the United States is going to need some help in doing it all over the country. You know what I'm saying, folks? Now, I'm not saying that we can't do it, but I'm saying it's a little bit further than that. I'm thinking they probably had some help with Israel. I think it's an inside job with their own people. Got to remember there. People are trying to overthrow the Ayatollah Khomeini over there. They've been trying to do it ever since I was in the army in 1979. So, yeah, it's 1978 to 85. So, this is one of the things that, we gave them half the friggin' weapons over there. So thanks to General, I call him General Butthead, General Carter. His Carter was not a very good president. I think he stunk as a president. He really dismantled our military all to pieces, froze everybody's pay, and he expected us to go get hostages out of Iran with faulty equipment in the middle of the night. So yeah, Carter sucked as a president. But by all said and done, he was a great humanitarian. I will give him that. He's just not a good president. He was never a good president, but he was a great humanitarian at Habitat for Humanity. That I will give Jimmy Carter credit for. But at any rate, there are explosions going all over the country of Iran right now. They're so-called unexplained, and I think it's a military setup that we have set up to hit certain targets over there. We do have the USS Gerald Ford, who is now in the region over there. That's the most powerful battleship, or not battleship, aircraft carrier on the face of the earth. My wife's dad will be so proud of the Navy today than it was years ago when he was in World War II. We're much more powerful than we weren't powerful back then because we were the best Navy then, and we are the best Navy now, and always probably will be. But the fact of the matter is that we have two aircraft carriers over there. One's a nuclear powered carrier, which is USS Gerald Ford. That's the first nuclear aircraft carrier of its time, and one of one of one of the best aircraft carriers there is the Gerald Ford. Um, so we have two aircraft carriers over there right now. We have several B-2 bombers over there right now. We have several um, uh, ground troops over there right now. We got the Marines over there. We got the Army over there, to go in. But as of now, there has been no ground troops moving in or no B-2 bombers moving in. They're just trying to explain why all these explosions are happening in Iran. And by that, they don't know because we haven't done anything, at least as a standpoint of uh, what we're used to going in and taking over business, okay? We would take out their communications posts first, and so forth, where they could communicate and they go in and disrupt their systems, their water line systems, which they don't have any water over there anyway, so I don't know why they're building a nuclear reactor when they have no doggone water to cool some of it, so that's another dangerous thing. So, Iran's playing a very slippery slope right now, but even though we have two aircraft carriers over there and several B-2 bombers over there right now, we have not yet unleashed the power of the United States military as of yet. They're just trying to figure out why there's so many explosions over there. I don't believe it's a gas leak, like I said before. If it was a gas leak, why is it all over the doggone country? I mean, come on, man. That's silly news right there. Um, why don't you leave a comment here and you tell me what you think is going on over there? I mean, do you think it's a military operations that are pre-set up to do this, or what's the deal here? Um, and leave me a thumbs up if you like watching this channel, and we talk about different subjects. I'm learning how to do this more, give you more information on what we're actually talking about when we get here. So forgive me on this. I try to give you a heads up on the topic so you don't waste your time trying to look for something that's not there. If that makes any sense to you. I'm new to this, how to design channels and so forth. So that's what you guys understand when you're getting into a channel, that you should be able to read what's going on. And I finally figured out how to make a description of what my channel is going to be about and what the topics are going to be. And right now my topic is going to be Iran, the unexpected explosions. Again, I said I think it could be Israel, United States Special Forces when you're setting them up, or inside job. Got to remember there's millions and millions of people over there who do not want the Ayatollah Khomeini in power. And they have been getting stronger in their protests. Of course, they've been protesting for the last 50 years over there, if not longer. But this is a little bit different time than what it was when I was in the Army, okay? It's to the point now where they've got sick of it, they're tired of it. Anybody gets tired of 50 years of dictatorship. And I don't know about you, but Trump is not a dictator. If he was a dictator, we wouldn't have the Democrats and Republicans fighting each other in Congress telling him what he can and can't do all the damn time. For God's sakes, I mean, if you're a dictator, they don't care what your Congress says. He don't listen to you, but he don't like what he says, your ass is not firing line, okay? Period. So that's a dictator. Trump is not a dictator, nor is he a king. He's a troll. He's there to piss you off. If you say something bad, and that's all there is to it. Call him a king, he's going to call himself a king. Simple. He's going to piss you off that way. He's not a politician. And but he has not yet ordered the release of the bombers over there as of yet. He has moved them over there to certain bases. I cannot tell you where those bases are at right now that they're in. The only thing I can tell you is pretty much what the news is telling you about where the aircraft carrier is at. They're right there on the they're inside the Gulf area, what I call a Gulf area, like our Gulf, or in the sea over there, next to Iran, getting ready to go in. You also have to remember, too, that those aircraft carriers have such firepower that they can nail you from 500 miles off the coast, okay? And we do have nuclear submarines over there, too. They're strolling around in water, you don't even know where they're at. The people on the nuclear submarines don't even know where they're at. All they know is they get orders from their commander to go to a certain degree, this, that, and the other, and they have not a clue what the degree they're at. So, but, this is And it's there for safety of the crew. They don't want people to know where they're at. That's called secrecy, people. So there you go. Um, but it's just one of those things to where you look at secrecy. And I had a history teacher one time when I was in high school, and he goes, "The United States has no secrets." And I looked at him and I said, "Well, if they did, you would never know about it now, would you?" He shut up real fast and went, yeah. There you go. There's your sign. See, that's what they call a secret, dumbass. But, sorry about my cousin. There's Christians out there that don't like that. I won't try to represent that on my show. I get a little excited sometimes, but nonetheless, here it is. I'm glad you're all enjoying my show, or whoever's on my show right now. If you please leave a comment on what you think about what's going on in Iran at this moment. What do you think it's a inside job, blowing them up, their own people, taking into account they're blowing them all over the country, or is it real? Do you think they're got their hands in it, or do you think the United States got their hands in it somehow by themselves, or is it a three-way coordinated attack to do something a little bit different than just blowing out the communications post? Because right now, if you take all the power supply away from them, they can't run squat. They can't run electricity. They can't run anything. And if you take their water supply with them, they can't build no nuclear weapons. So I don't even know why they're even trying to do that. They have their such limited water. They're not even giving it to their people. They're giving it to the nuclear reactors. Is what they're doing to cool them down. So that's kind of stupid that they're taking water from the people to cool the nuclear reactors down. They don't have enough water for that. They're in the middle of a desert, people. Those people have no business being in the business of nuclear power. But at any rate, leave me your comment and say let me know what you think about uh, Iran right now and what's going on. It's going to be a different story and a different subject on its own. So it's like, what do you do about it? Is the war going to start within the weeks, days? I mean, there is no negotiating anymore, period. I mean, they've proven that, talks break down 5 minutes after they get into it. Trump's a little tired of that. Okay, talks is done. Let's go. Let's do it. And I believe that Trump will probably do it. What is today? Sunday. I believe by next Friday we'll be in there blowing the hell out of Iran. It's going to last a while, folks. It's not going to be a one-day run over like it was in Venezuela. We are still there in Venezuela. That's kind of a toned-down subject there, but we are still in Venezuela, believe it or not. We still have our Navy over there. We just pulled Gerald Ford from Venezuela to that to place over in the sea over there by Iran. So it's like it's more to support the other aircraft carrier that's over there right now. Iran's already said they're going to try to blow it up. Well, good luck with that one. You ain't going to come close to that carrier that's over there right now, especially with the USS Gerald Ford kind of protecting it, so to speak. You can Google up the Gerald Ford and kind of look at that ship, and that is one bad ship, people. I mean, my God, it's a $13 billion ship, the most expensive one we got. But China and Russia are afraid that's some gun. And they don't have no part of that aircraft carrier. And it's amazing how big this semi-gun is, and it can stay at the sea forever and a day. Obviously, it doesn't need refueling. It's nuclear powered. The only thing it does is, they ship food to it, but they get on their ship to ship food, helicopter to ship food, land on the deck, and they can do anything to get food on there. So go to ports when they want to, but they don't have to dock anywhere. That's one of the nuclear powered submarines that are over there that we have. They can stand in water for the next 20 years. Because they obviously can't stand up for 20 years because they have to surface to get food. But other than that, they only 25 or 30 years where they go underwater without having to resurface. That's an amazing feat. but they obviously do service to do certain things. One is to uh, not necessarily fuel, but they'll take their people to port for a little R&R or something like that, or to restock their food supply. But in a wartime situation, a nuclear submarine does not have to service except for food. And if they have enough for 6 months supply of food, guess what? You ain't gonna know where them bad boys are at. A fuel powered submarine cannot last 6 months underwater, without having to refuel or something of that nature. So that's the big difference between nuclear and a fuel powered nuclear submarine or aircraft carrier for that fact. Um, but I don't know, folks. I mean, I think probably by Friday we'll be at war with them. Um, if not, maybe a little sooner. Trump's getting a little tired of their games over there playing around. They want to buy more time so they can move their crap out of there, is what they're doing. And so when Biden was in there and he threatened to go in, he told them 2 days before they were going to attack, okay, we're going to attack you on Tuesday. And when you tell somebody you're going to attack them on Tuesday, and it's like Sunday afternoon, and that's your hand. Get out. I'm getting ready to blow you up. So when we went over there and blew crap up when Biden was over there was nothing there to blow up because they already moved it out. And it's like, come on, people, what are you doing? Trump doesn't play that game. He plays 5D chess. And 5-level chess, 5D, whatever you want to fight him. It's a game that they don't want to play with a man. He's not going to tell you when he's going to blow shit up. He's going to say, well, maybe a couple of days, I don't know. And then turn around 5 minutes later and says, hit the button, dude. Yeah, and that's the way it is. You have to be that way in a military strategy. You cannot give your enemy locations where you're at. You can't give them times when they're getting ready to hit them. I mean, my God, are you stupid? Geraldo Rivera, if you will all will remember the first Gulf War, which is in 95, I believe, 1995, was 1990 in the first Gulf War with Iraq, okay? Geraldo Rivera was in the desert, okay? And this is where he should have been shot for treason, seriously. Geraldo Rivera is the dumbest person in the face. He's a reporter. I used to respect him when I was growing up as a kid, but now I can't stand him. He's an idiot. He's over there digging in the sand. He goes, our troops are over here, and we draw the circle over here. Our troops are here, and up 30 kilometers, 30.25 kilometers to the north and to the east, over here is the Taliban. And I'm going, well, you just told them exactly where they were. You told them exactly where the Taliban was. You just told the Taliban on national television where your own troops were at. Yeah. To me, that's treason, dude. I mean, I don't know if ands or buts about it. He should have been pulled from I think he was working with CBS then or ABC, one of the news stations. Regardless, the news station should have had their license pulled, and he should have been put on trial for treason. Period. You just don't do that. I'm sorry. You don't give a location of where you're at. Especially when you got your own troops' lives on the line. He's wearing a flak jacket and helmet like he's a bad dude over there. And they probably told him to put it on just to. He goes, yeah, I'll just gonna look good and wear my flak vest, my helmet, even though the flak vest is not gonna do you good against bullets. Okay, it's only good against grenades, and he's not gonna get close enough for no grenade, and he's certainly not gonna get close enough to get shot in the head because he's an idiot. He wants to tell them where they're at and say, okay, I'll see you later, guys. I'm backing off out of here. He was going to be out of range here of everything. But I remember that. I think it was in the 90s when the Gulf War, maybe 1991 or 1992 when the Gulf War hit with Iraq. But these reporters are idiots. ABC, CBS, NBC, they're all state-run media for the Communist Democratic Party. And you know what was happening there. Rachel Maddow has got her own show now on cable. Go figure. Well, they fired her from the National Broadcasting Corporation because, she was lying then. Every time she opened her mouth, there's a lie coming out. And one guy was saying, "Well, prove." She said, "Well, prove to me that everything she says is a lie." And I said, "Yeah, every time she opens her mouth, there's proof." And what you have to figure is that when you got a news station that's so hell bent on their own opinions and not facts, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, unless you get maybe removed for some reason, we got a colostomy bag down your ass, but you get the point. A news reports what's happening, not what you think is happening. If I see something down the street, I'm gonna say, "Well, man, I think there's a big old wreck down there. There's all kinds of lights going on down there. There's a big ass wreck. Sirens are going off." And you get down there, and there's a freaking parade. Okay, come on, man. But you just screwed up and told everybody you thought there was a wreck going on down there. There's a parade. Santa Claus is throwing candy out for the kids. That's what the news does. They try to hell bent on their own opinions. They don't even know what they're talking about half the time, and they get caught lying every time. You can't win a lawsuit if you're lying, especially if you're caught lying. And that's what Rachel Maddow got caught for, lying, pure flat out lying. The news is not the news anymore. News is garbage. It's opinions. It was like they chopped the hell out of the J6, J6ers, okay? They were trying to say that Trump had said, "Let's march on them, let's go down there, let's march on them." Okay. Yeah, he did say that. But there's a little bit more to that clip than what you saw, because what they did with ABC and CBS and NBC, they cut that off. And because what Trump said was, "Let's go down there and march peaceably down there," okay? And what you heard was, "Let's go down there and march on the White House, the Capitol." But you didn't hear him say, "Let's go down there and march peaceably and demonstrate peaceably." And that's exactly what he said, because they got the clip of the actual footage of him saying that. And Nancy Pelosi, riding her limousine, turned around there in the limousine talking to her daughter, admitted that the National Guard was her fault. Donald Trump did offer the National Guard. She refused it. And they have her on tape in a limousine talking to her daughter saying that. So, folks, only believe half of what you see and half of what you hear in that news. I'm with the whole clip. Don't clip it up and give me your opinion on it, because now you're going to tick me off. Especially when I find out that something totally different went on. And I think people are starting to wake up to that fact that that's what happened. And we sold half of our weapons to countries that we're now at war with. And the bigger Congress relies on the stock market. The stock market relies on what? They rely on bad things happening around the world so it can drop, only to gain more investment, so that sucker's going to go up if there's a war. Now there's a war going on. Boom, whatever rocket, their stocks just shot up to the roof. That's where Congress is making their money. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. Look, I'm just an old veteran here, and I can tell you a lot of crap that went on in my day. More what you can see. And it's like we had so many secret shit going on, and you wouldn't even believe. And you can't, a lot of things you can't say what's going on or what happened. But many veterans, especially in my age, say, "Well, you didn't do anything in there over there." Bullshit. Yeah, I was over there when they were doing electronic warfare, jamming my shit on my radio stations, okay? And they were a very heightened rush. We had, I believe it was 3 minutes life left at the border when I was in Germany. And we had several ICBMs over there. I'm not going to tell you where they were at, but it doesn't matter now anyway, because they're all out of Germany at this point in time anyway. But ICBMs are intercontinental ballistic missiles, where they're short-range missiles. They're just intercontinental type things. But every everyone in the military family, had to have their fuel tanks half full. Because in the event that there was an outbreak of a war with Russia, um, you have to understand that at that point in time, Czechoslovakia, Poland, and Georgia, and Ukraine, and Belarus, okay, they were all part of the Soviet Union. And so we were like right there on that border, that's it. Our life expectancy was 3 minutes when the war broke out. That was all we were, if we were on the border, which I was on that border. That's not a good thought to have. I mean, it's like, what the hell am I here for? You're here to stall so your civilians, so your wife can get the hell out of the country at the Line Air Force Base. What that deal is? Get in the car, gas, pack your shit and go. Honey, I can't last more than 3 minutes and get down the road. You know, planes ain't gonna wait for you. But anyway, that was way back when, and Jimmy Carter, he had the most piss poor military in the face here, anyways. But that's why we had such a hard time getting hostages out of Iran. But we did, and I got him out of Grenada too. That was 1983. I believe it was in 1983 when we went to Grenada, got him out of there, and that was the single largest invasion since Vietnam at that point in time. Very quick, very fast moving, very quick, very fast moving rescue mission. Of course, you know, Reagan didn't fool around. Reagan said, let's go get him, we got him. Period, we don't screw around. But anyway, Trump is a different type of military strategic. He won't tell you anything. He's kind of like Reagan in a way. When he says do something, you better do it. And but he's also a negotiator. He'll get something out of it. So we're getting ready to I won't say occupy Greenland, but we're getting ready to actually purchase Greenland. Oh, and it ain't going to cost us a dime. Go figure. Hey, thanks to the Dutch on that one. How the hell did you do that, Trump? I'll never know. But yeah, we're going to wind up seeing military bases over there. We have military bases over there now. You know, it's just an Air Force base, but the bottom line is when you only have a dog sled defending your country, come on, man. And you're right there in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, where trying to just run your ass over because you only got, you know, two Siberian Huskies and a dog sled protecting your country. That ain't cool, man. But you know, now Trump is getting ready to send military bases over there, set them up in Greenland, and as well as Iceland over there too. So we're gonna take over command of that ship right there. I mean, people thought it was kind of hokey that they didn't want to, you know, invade Greenland, which I didn't think we were going to actually invade them. That would have been silly for him to do. But Trump is a businessman, and he talked straight up G to these people, and he pretty much told NATO, look, we're not the world's policemen no more. We're protecting our own assets. If you want our protection, pay it, buddy. Show them who to pay it. And that's the way it should be. We're not the world's policemen. We're going to start spending taxpayers' money on your dime just so you can drink your beer and your pop band. You know, that don't work no more. And Trump is changing a lot of that, so I agree with that. I talked to a guy from Canada yesterday on my little podcast here, and I asked him about Canada, and I said, so what do people actually really think about, you know, being a part of the United States, you know? And he said they have mixed feelings over there. I don't think he really wanted to get into it because I think he thought I was going to jump in the butt. He said, no, I can't stand the United States or something like that. But no, I'm going to jump in the butt. I just want to know what the truth is, that's all. What do people think over there? You know, it's opinion. That's the problem with us. You know, you ask me your opinion. If you don't like the answer, don't answer. Don't ask the question if you don't want to hear the real answer. You may not like that answer. But you can't go off on somebody just because they have a different opinion of yours. You can try to change their mind, or you can try to maybe set them straight, but you can't go off and say, well, the hell with you. I mean, hell, my wife's brother, it's kind of funny. She was like doing a video call with her brother, and she had a Trump hat on, and well, I don't think she had it on then, but anyway, she was talking to her brother, and she said about And then she started talking about Donald Trump. And he just was getting a little irritated with her and pissed off. And so she put that off and hung up that phone and said, "You're on your own." I said, "Hey, don't worry about it. If he's that damn glass powered, and we don't need him." I mean, but that's what these protesters out there. Have you ever noticed they're not Republican protesters? You ever notice that they're not MAGA protesters? It's all Democrat crap. It's all LGBTQT and what the rest of the alphabet is. I mean, you guys, I don't know. I don't care about. If you're a faggot or whatever you are, or queer or straight or lesbian, gay, whatever. I don't care about that. I just don't want you to be tramped around in a bathroom with my wife or my kid. Now we're gonna have some problems. Okay. And I don't believe I should make a separate bathroom because you can't make up your mind whether you want to take a piss in the toilet or piss in the wall. No, and you better be in the right bathroom when I go in. Because I ain't gonna poop with your shit either. So, and that's the bottom line. But it should just be normal. I mean, but you guys are way out there a lot on there, for God's sake. You all think we all hate you. No, we don't hate you. We just don't like what you're doing to my kids or teaching this crap to my kids in school. And that's what I don't like. So, but anyway, just like you want to go back to Mexico. When the hell you raise an American flag up here? And you don't even like Mexico, obviously. You're up here in the United States. Now, what are you here for? What do you got a Mexican flag for if you don't like it? I don't understand it. You should be holding up an American flag, shouldn't you? If you like our country. But they don't do that. They hold up a Mexican flag. I think there's a few flags out there having an American flag with it. I think that's because people are kind of pissed off after they look straight up. If you like this country, hold American flag. Well, that just shows your stupidity right there because it's a day late in the dollar short and people climb a full on your donut head. Now you're doing it just to try to say, well, we do love America and we do love Mexico. It don't work that way. Go back to Mexico, people. We have no dual citizenship here in this country anymore, okay? Like, damn. Or Africa. Africa, I don't owe Africans nothing. I was born 200 years ago. Thank a white man for your freedom, for Christ's sake, you dumbasses. We're the ones that saved you from your own damn people. Your own people sold your butts. And then you want to blame me for being for what my granddaddy did? My granddaddy didn't do shit. Okay? Or how many boom boxes they got in the Congo over there? Yeah, that's what I thought. Probably zero to nothing over the Congo with boom boxes. So, and crap that went on 200 years ago, dude, I'm sorry, but I don't owe you a dime. I don't owe you a squat. Gavin Newsom wants to give you guys $1 million to please you guys, simply to, I don't know what the hell he called it, something about just a couple months ago. I had to look it back up. You didn't research your own research, dude. I'm not lying to you. Why would I lie to you, man? When you can do diligence and fact check, man, if that's what you want to do, I don't care. And the California governorship over there is trying to give them like $1 million a piece, and all the blacks $1 million a piece to basically compensate for them being slaves, how they were treated. Dude, again, I don't owe you squat. Okay? I'm a Heinz 57. I probably got more black than me than most blacks do, okay? So go away and don't bother me. But you can't be prejudiced either. Because I'm not prejudiced. I'm just stating a fact. Okay, people? I'm stating a fact. Half my family is Mexican. Yeah, I got some African in me. I don't know what you people there about, but pull your head out your butt. If you want to come to this country, come legally. Native Americans in this country, they did not own this country. Get over it, Native Americans. You did not own it. You were here, but you didn't own it. We bought it from you people, okay? We didn't steal it. We actually bought it from you people. We bought it from the French. We were here long before we were. We bought it from the French. We bought it from the British. We bought it from actually Mexico. So half your country. So go get over that too, dude. Read your history and search it out. Yeah, and then they decided they didn't like like the deal they made, Putin didn't like, he didn't like the deal we made with Alaska. And he was Alaska back, and he said, "Well, my ancestors made a bad deal." Tough shit, dude. You made a deal, you get over it. Um, but you can't. I can't sit there and say that you're prejudiced. You can't be prejudiced. Now, as far as your Hispanic, I'm gonna go history on that. You're all half breeds. Admit you're a half breed. No, you're half breed. You're half Spanish, half Aztec Indian from Central America, Central South America. That's what you are, people. That don't mean I'm prejudiced by calling you a half breed. I'm stating what you are. So that's where the Mexican come in. Okay? Now you're Mexican, but you're also a half breed. Okay? Just like old Kamala Harris. She's a half breed. But she's also considered Caucasian. Look at her friggin' birth certificate, for Christ's sakes. Jeez, man, that woman can scribble a wet dream. And like, people want to talk about that because they want to own something. They want to own. They want to have a reason to destroy shit and turn it over and then we rebuild it. And why are you gonna destroy shit in your own neighborhood for? Seriously, you're gonna destroy crap in your own neighborhood over this? Like, wow, you can't be serious. I'm gonna burn up my grocery store because I don't like what President Trump is doing. Well, yeah, okay, we're gonna go grocery shopping now, dude. You loot it, you blow it up, and you burn it down to the ground. Oops. Yeah, where you gonna live? Because you burn down your own house. You got pissed off at Trump, so you burn down your own house, you idiots. I mean, come on, man, stop your. I don't care if you protest, but man, leave this shit alone. Damn. But folks, I'm going to be back here and take a little short break, and I will be back in 2 and 2. And we are back. Thank you for waiting patiently. But anyway, leave me a comment in the comment section what you think about this mess world we're going to, and especially about Iran right now, what's going on with it. Leave me a comment in the comment section or a thumbs up if you can even hear me on this channel. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'll thumbs it up. Sometimes I have a problem with my audio here. I am getting used to how to let you guys know what my channel is going to be talking about that specific time or whatever it is. I'm doing that now, like today's events is done about Iran on my description level. So I hope you at least like that a little bit better than going in blinding, saying Dknews60Terrehaute and did not know what we're talking about. So forgive me, I am getting there. I'm learning how to leave the descriptions in there and what we're going to be talking about, and a title of what we're going to be talking about in the next show, and approximately when we're going to be on here. So, but that kind of help you guys out a little bit better what we're talking about. Maybe narrow down the field a little bit. So, yeah. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all watching me here. What's going on? I will probably be back at about, say, 7 o'clock this evening for a little bit more of an update to see if anything's going on out there. I'm not going to do an every 5-minute update on it because I think it's unnecessary to get that close into it. If there is something going on at 7 o'clock, I'll leave it on the screen. A new update on Iran. Okay, that means something has changed pretty drastically that, we need to talk about. If it's not, it's pretty much the same situation, and they're still blowing up gas lines over there. I'm not going to say that, okay? I'm just going to go on, and we'll talk about something else. But at any rate, I don't believe it. Every 2 minutes on this news podcast about somebody farted in Iran. Oh my God, whatever. That's a bit much for me. I don't need to know every single detail. So I will try to leave you a description of what's going on. If it says Iran on there or something about Iran, that means I'm updating you on that something did happen, something actually changed, probably for the worse or maybe the better. Hopefully the better, but I'm not going to count on that. But at 7 o'clock, I'll give you a little bit more update on what's going on there. Again, I may not tell you right then what's going on, because if it's pretty much the same situation, there's no point in talking about the same crap over and over again on Iran. When these podcasts out there, they keep dragging it. They keep dragging it out with their thumbnail clips. Get you to click on the channel and turn around saying, "Oh, we're not even going to talk about that anymore." Well, at least I talk about my stuff. That's all there is to it. But I want to get you guys involved in it because it's like you guys are supporting my news channel. If you want to support my news channel, it is my channel name, Dknews60Terrehaute @gmail.com. That is my PayPal address, all lowercase. If you'd like to donate to my channel, I will try to get a link to my PayPal account here to make it easier for you. But pretty much it's the same as my channel name @gmail.com. So if you want to email me or PayPal me, a cup of coffee or something to try to stay awake during these news hours, or donate to the channel to help me grow a little bit better, and maybe try to get a little bit more. I'm trying to get me a laptop here so I can be a little bit more involved in maybe showing you certain things on there, maybe what's going on. I'm on a cell phone, so it's kind of hard. I've been looking at a couple of laptops. If you want to donate here to help the channel grow, I'll be glad to show you more that way. As to how we're doing. But at any rate, yeah, you can donate to my channel. It's Dknews60Terrehaute, and then @gmail.com. That's my PayPal account. So you can donate any amount of money. It's not 50 cents, $1.10, whatever you guys can afford. That'd be great. It would help me. I'll give you a little laptop here, and maybe show you a little bit better prospects of what's actually going on. Show you more receipts, better receipts than what I'm doing right now. I'm just telling you to look it up. So I'm going to tell you look it up. Fact check me, and you comment, tell me whether I'm right or wrong. How's that? Because I can look at my phone, but I can't keep getting on and off here to do it, to do that. Or I can't, it won't let me pull up anything to put behind my green screen or split shot here, so I can't do that way. So I'm trying to give me a laptop where I can actually do a little bit better job for you guys, that we can see it. But I still want you to fact check me on a lot of things. Hey, look, how you doing, buddy? Long time no hear. You doing all right? Yeah. I got my buddy Luke in the house over here. All right. Thanks for the love, brother. Thanks for the love, man. Yeah, but like I said, I'm trying to get me a laptop so I can try to get things going here. I found one for about $240 here at Walmart. But like I said, you can PayPal me at Dknews60Terrehaute at gmail.com. It's the same address as my uh, uh, channel name, just at gmail.com. So, and that will help me get it down there. But any amount will do. I'm not picky. If you can't afford it, don't worry about it. You can send me a thumbs up or a comment. That helps just as much. If you leave a thumbs up on here. You know what it's like. Yeah. Yeah. I can't even hear me. If you don't hear me, can you leave a thumbs up if you can even hear me? Mr. Luca, how's is it Manchester United that you like over there in England? Sorry, my nose kind of sniffling. I had nose surgery here last week, and I'm still kind of healing up a little bit. So I still got a puffy on one side of my hair a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is. Letting that go away. I can't say it really hurt when I did the surgery. It just kind of it's more of an annoyance than anything because you can't breathe. You got to breathe out of your mouth, and that really kind of it's not good. But you're sleeping on one side, it drains on one side, and the other side you're not supposed to blow your nose. So it is what it is there. But, I'm going to be back, and I'm going to set a commercial break here, and I'm going to be back here in about 2 minutes and two. So if you'll bear with me, I will be back in 2. And I am back, guys. How you doing, guys? Luke, are you still here with me, buddy? How you doing, big guy? Are you still with me, Luke? Luke has been with me probably ever since I had this channel going. He's a good kid. He's a good Christian kid. Everybody say hi to Luke for me. Yeah, he's a good man. He really is. He's got a good singing voice, too. He got a lot better one than mine. I'll tell you that right now. Keep it up, Luke. I drop a few videos down there, on my shorts. And I think that's where he's seen me first. And sort of he comes to my live channels now. We kind of talk a little bit every once in a while. He's probably shy right now talking, and that's fine. I mean, I'm just glad to see you here, buddy. Anybody else want to join the channel in the comments? Let me know. Again, let me know what you think about the Iran situation. What's going on? Do you think it's a part of? Do you think the Israelis and the United States and some internal people in Iran are doing these explosions, or do you think it's just a gas leak somewhere, all over the country? But yeah, leave me a comment there. Because again, I'll probably be back on probably about 7 o'clock this evening and talk about a little bit more Iran if things have changed. If not changed Iran, I'm not going to talk about Iran. I'll talk about something else. I'm not going to keep you on the same subject line as if nothing has changed. I mean, what would be the point? But yeah, we'll talk about something else. I mean, we'll talk about some recipes and stuff. I can cook dinners and stuff. I love to cook. And there's people all over the world. I like to hear about their favorite dish in their country and what they like to eat. I've been halfway around the world 14 times. And I like to eat it all. It's just the way I am. If we exchange recipes and not wars and bullets, we'd all probably be a lot happier, I think. There's no reason why we all can't just get along anymore, the words of Rodney King. But yeah, it's been a beautiful day here where I'm at. We still got snow on the ground here, but it's not as bad. It's slowly melting off. It's probably about 50 degrees out there and outside. I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather. A news station hasn't looked at the weather. It's pretty bold, but all I can tell you is it's nice here. Melting the snow off. I'm happy about that. I live out here in the Midwest, in Indiana, and it's not bad here. Not bad. The weather changes. Don't like it here. 5 minutes later, it'll change again. But anyhow, I just want to know what part of the country everybody's from. If you can leave me a heads up, what part of the country y'all from? I love all people. I mean, Russians, China, Japan. I mean, there's nothing wrong with people. I mean, how can you hate somebody you don't know? Come on, man. But just remember, folks, it isn't the people that you dislike. It's the government themselves you don't like or like. Okay? If you don't like what you have in your government, then you all need to change it. You all have the power to change it. You just have to stand up for your rights, but do it peacefully. Don't be demonstrating with Molotov cocktails and blowing up your grocery store and trying to attack police, because that generally ends up in a bad situation, and that contains worse. Now you're attacking police officers, federal officers, now you're getting in trouble for that. Just do it peacefully. Nobody says you can't just stand straight and march and say, hey, we don't like taxes. We don't like taxes. Simple. They'll get the point. They'll get the point. You think they're going to get to the point when you're holding a gun to a cop's head? Yeah, they're going to get the point. All right, they're going to get the point. But they're going to have to shoot bullets back at you. And I don't think you're going to win that war. So do it peacefully, folks. And when you're on my channel, please be respectful to others on here. Everybody has their own opinion on what they have. I have my own opinion. I've already told you that earlier. If you rerun my whole broadcast about being racist, okay? Because believe me, I am far from racist. I just want the truth to be told, okay? And that's what it is. And don't blow smoke up my butt by thinking that I owe you anything. 'Cause I don't owe you nothing, and you don't owe me nothing. We're here together. We're trying to work on a common goal, peace. So let's try to do that. My wife went to church today, and apparently my niece is, oh, how can I say this? She's mentally challenged, and they have a prom every year for them. And of course, my niece is about 50 years old, but she's, oh my gosh, she's a sweetheart. She really is. And they have a prom for her, and she goes to the prom every year. She's 50 years old. She's going to proms every year. But hey, that's beautiful. I love it. It's like I wish I could go to prom every year. Bring me back time. Nah, I don't want to go back. I'm sorry. I don't want to go back in that much time. But she can sign in 3 different languages. She speaks fluent in 3 different languages. But yet she will never be able to get a job past working at McDonald's or Burger King or a convenience store that's just wiping down tables. But she will work your butt under the table. But that's the way it is, But man, I tell you what, she's a worker, and I'm proud of her. But to be able to sign in 3 different languages, and be able to lip read, and to do all that, I mean, to be mentally challenged is a bad thing to try to tell somebody that they can't do something. Horse crap. They could probably do a lot better job at a lot of these jobs than you and I can both do. They just have to do it differently because their mind is different. That don't mean they're stupid. My niece is extremely intelligent. And she'll set me straight sometimes. I just go by Kevin. So that's the DK, and my name's Kevin. So, Uncle Kevin, I try to help you. And so she'll set me straight sometimes. But she's a beautiful girl. She's my niece, and I love her so much. I love my sister too. She's a wonderful girl. They're kind of inseparable. My niece trying to live on her own, but they've been together for so many years that she's always a message about something. So it's like, yeah, man, that's good. It's all good. I mean, I know most grown men still live in the basement of their mama's house. So, and they don't even have a job. So don't complain about my niece living with her mom, okay? Hey, at least she works. So get over yourself. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this show up a little bit tonight. Again, you can stay tuned. I'll be on right about 7. Regardless of whether we're talking about Iran or not, I'll be on again at 7 o'clock. I'll try to leave a little description of what the show's going to be about. Probably about 6 o'clock, I'll leave a little description about what we're going to talk about in the show, or go ahead and leave me in the comment section of the show here. I'll kind of look at it and see what y'all want to talk about or discuss on the show or the next show you want to do. Give me some ideas. You like cooking channel? We'll talk about cooking and stuff. We'll talk about food. We'll talk about that. That's something everybody can agree to, I guess. Music. Obviously, I like music, and I drop a lot of music videos in my shorts. We talk about music all day long. And that'd be kind of cool, too. But let me know what y'all want to talk about in the next video. But go ahead and leave a comment here in my comment section down here. Let me know what you want to talk about at 7 o'clock tonight. And we'll just kind of go from there. If I don't hear a comment, well, I'll just make one up. We'll just go with it, go with the flow. And I do like that. But just remember, just keep everything respectable. If somebody makes a comment that you don't like, don't tear them down. I mean, I'm going to hear comments that I don't like either. But unless you're getting vulgar or rude, I'll let you on here. But you start getting vulgar or rude, I will cut you off. I'm sorry, because I'm not going to let you talk that way to me or anybody on my channel. It's called being respectful to people on this channel. And that's all there is to it. Like I said, you got a different opinion than me. I got one different of you. So that's just the way it is. We got different opinions. Just because we don't like each other's opinions don't mean that you can't still talk and work things out. I mean, I still got to eat. You got to eat. And there you go. Let's talk about food next time around. It'll be about 7 o'clock when I come on, and talk about food. What part of the country? Even in the United States, we have such a wide, vast array of, culture in our country that, California, they have. I don't know what kind of food. I'm from California. I still don't know what the main food dishes out there, I guess. Some Mexican food, they got Chinese food. I'm quite a partial to Mexican food in California. I grew up in Southern California out there, San Bernardino, California. Anybody knows where that's at, but uh, I love the California style of Mexican food better than I do the Tex-Mex food. But don't get me wrong, I love Tex-Mex food too. It's just I grew up more on the California style, which is we'll talk about that in the next show a little bit with the difference between the two, because there is a little bit of a difference in how they do things, but it's just an acquiring taste and what you like or don't like is like a beer. If you drink beer, I don't drink. I haven't drank for 10 years. I'm an alcoholic, so I haven't drank for 10 years and don't have any desire to go back to drinking again. But yeah, it was tough the first couple of years, I admit that. But anyway, it's kind of like a beer. You pick up a beer, beer is an acquiring taste. You have a Weiz's beer over in Germany, which is it's a flat beer. It doesn't have the carbonation as American has. Excuse me. So it's like, you have to. It has a lot of yeast in that thing. You stir it up, you the bottom there, you suck that down. Well, you're going to get drunk off your stool. But it's a different taste than American beer is. So that's kind of like the Mexican food in California is compared to Tex-Mex food. It's an acquiring taste, some of it is. A real Mexican food. The taripas, called cow intestines is what it is. You don't tell somebody, hey man, you're eating cow intestines. They probably throw up puke. But if I eat taripas, I like them fried. I don't like them when they're steamed or boiled. It's a texture thing with me, and it just doesn't go too well with me. But you fry them, but I'll eat them all day long if they're fried. A little hot sauce on that, we're good to go. But, or pork rinds, people have different, you just, I know there's some different many ways to make a pork rind out there, but apparently there is. Anyway, that's the story for tonight. I won't get too deep in that right now. I'm going to let y'all go for now, and leave me a thumbs up on the channel if you like it. If you want to talk some more about it, I appreciate everything going on here, and good luck, and I will see you around 7 o'clock, and then look for my 6 o'clock drop. I'll tell you, I will let you know what we're going to talk about at 6 o'clock, or a little earlier than that, but anyway, so look for my video heading up there, save your notifications on there, and if I'm not on there at exactly at 6, go ahead, feel free to talk to the people in the community if they're on there. Get to know each other. This is a community channel here. I love everybody get to know each other on here. And so, Luca, if you're still listening to me, I will hopefully see you again at 7. And just, ask a couple other people to come on there with you if you can. Just say, hey, man, come on this channel. You can even talk to your own people on there. Just, you have to talk to me. Talk to your brother, talk to your mom on here, talk to your sister on there, talk to somebody around the world that you're trying to get to know. You can leave comments to them. You can talk. It's kind of like a community channel for everybody to get to know each other here. And I read, I like to read a lot of your comments on there. So and we might, try to answer as many as I can. But again, I'll probably drop you a change about 6 o'clock. We're going to be talking about 7. If it's not exactly at 6, then it will be there. We'll let you know what we're going to be talking about. But anyway, I want you to have a good day. Have a good rest of your evening. And peace out. God love y'all. Thank you for watching my show and everything. And I appreciate the donations that you can make. Again, it's my new channel handle, Dknews60Terrehaute @gmail.com. That's my PayPal address. You can drop me a donation there if you wish. If you'd like to, I'm gonna try to get a link. That's a little bit easier to click on than just that. But my donation channel is my station identification, except for it says gmail.com. That's my PayPal name, and you'll know it's my PayPal account by the American flag up there It says one nation under God. You will know that's me when you're doing it. So that's a quick check when you're getting to make sure if you don't see that, then don't click on it. So anyway, I'll be out of here, and y'all have a good day. I'm gonna try to grab me something to eat, and I will see y'all tonight around 7. Again, peace out. God bless you, people, and God bless the United States of America. Amen.